Today, I'll be walking the entire Yamanote Line again.
Some of you might know that I walked the Yamanote Line once before during the summer. I did it at night and honestly it was such a unique experience. Tokyo feels completely different after dark, quiet, almost serene, and you get to see a side of the city most people miss. For example, when I got to Harajuku, it was totally empty. If you've been there during the day, you know how crowded it gets, but at night it was just me and the city lights. This time though, I wanted to see what the walk would be like during the day, how the energy changes and what it feels like with the city fully alive. And since it's winter now, the weather was perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. It felt like the ideal day to take on the loop again.
Okay, I think we're good. Sometimes I get this question like, when you take these long walks, where do you use the restroom? Now in Japan, especially if you're in Tokyo and walking around Tokyo, most of the parks, they do have like small restrooms. So you can use the restrooms there, or you can also use in convenience stores, because most of the time when I need to buy water or some kind of snack, I also use the restroom there. So, restroom is never an issue.
The Yamanote Line has 30 stations and you can start walking from anywhere. This time I decided to start at Tokyo Station and head toward Kanda Station just because last time I walked in the opposite direction. One of my favorite things about walking the Yamanote Line is how life just goes on under and around the tracks. People seem completely unbothered, like it's just part of the everyday scenery. I guess you get used to it after a while. I've been living in Japan for 5 years now and honestly I still find moments like this fascinating.
So I just got to Sugamo Station, and this station is very special to me.
Because back in the day when people traveled from Tokyo to Kyoto, Sugamo was often their first rest stop. Travelers would stop here to eat, pray, and prepare for the long journey ahead. It's a small connection to history, but it feels meaningful because one of my goals is to walk from Tokyo to Kyoto someday. When I do, I imagine it'll feel a bit like stepping back into the Edo period, retracing the steps of those travelers from centuries ago. As I got closer to Shibuya, it started raining. Funny thing is, the weather forecast showed no signs of rain today, so I wasn't prepared for it at all. I waited inside the station for a while hoping it would stop, but it just kept going. So I decided to call it a day at Shibuya. I'll definitely come back soon to pick up where I left off and finish the walk all the way to Tokyo Station. From Tokyo to Shibuya, I walked for 8 hours, took about 37,000 steps, and burned roughly 2,300 calories. Mission to be completed.